Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are here, man. We are live. We're ready. And we're going to cook some transfer news, man. Pick up the brothers in the building. We got a man like D, you know what I'm saying?
What are you telling me? Been a while, man. Been a while.
Yeah, man. It's been a while, man. I can't lie, bro. How you been, man? How's life?
Life is good, man. Life is good, of course. You know, when you win a trophy, it's a different feeling. So yeah, we've been, well, to be fair, we haven't been able to enjoy it as much, man, because we've had, you know, snitches by Forest.
Yes.
So we've been dealing with that. A few other stuff as well. But apart from that, it's been good, man. I've took a little break. I went back, man. New season upon us. I'm ready.
Come on. We're in the building. Got a man like George in the building as well. What are you telling me?
All right, come on, man. All break, no breaks, all gas right now, man. It's been hard work. But I was going to say, D, bro, it's been a bit weird because we've got a panel full of champions and there's only one odd man out. But hey,
he's all invited us. I think he wants some tips. I
was thinking like maybe he wants to know this season.
In terms of how to win, I think he wants to learn how to win from our football clubs. That's why
all the man them here got silverware and you're just sitting there with like grinning smile. That's all I say.
Hey, George, you know what it's like? Have you seen that Family Guy meme when everyone puts their hand in and there's the wood? And then that's Saeed.
All I'm gonna say,
he wants to learn, man.
All I'm gonna say, it could be worse. It could be worse. I could be an Arsenal fan. You know what I'm saying? At least I've got recency. You know what I mean? It could be worse. You could be Arsenal.
You won a trophy the other day. Congrats.
Yeah.
I didn't congratulate on that. Summer series.
Summer series, man. So
yeah, man.
We're dying. You know, we're dying. You know
what I'm saying? You got back-to-back wins as well for God knows how long. So
bro, winning.
You're getting there.
We're winning. Yeah, we're winning. We're winning, man. Well, big up to everyone locked in. Hit the like button if you can. That would be amazing. Yeah, man. Listen, there's only one place to start, man, and that's the Baleba news. I don't know if you man seen it last night, but you know what it is, yeah, man. Them, you see when fans create a story and a headline. I think this is what's happened, you know, because the United fan base has thought, you know what, we want Baleba. You know me, that Rums. When I told you, man, yeah, that what it's a dream, but I don't think it's a possibility.
Yeah, he's
Then
been
all of a sudden, I see David Ornstein put out news. I'm like, what? Are you mad? And then I'm thinking, shit, where do you reckon he's got the news from? Like, is he going to give anyone a co-sign and that? And then all I see, yeah,
Nicolas.
I see Nicolas. I said, yo, Nicolas, you know. And this, by the way, yeah, I thought
it was AI at first. I thought maybe someone just... I didn't believe it.
Brother, when he said after Indicalia, I was like, are you mad, bro? And this is the craziest thing. Indicalia had put out exclusive, I think half an hour beforehand, I think it was, saying, yo, all the other media are going to catch up to it, basically. And then Ornstein said, yo, yeah, man, I have to give him his flowers, you know. I have to give him his shout out. I don't know which one's more of a bomber. That from Indicalia or the fact that United potentially, it's not going to happen. It might not happen. Potentially could sign Carlos Baleba. And I ain't going to lie to you. Carlos Baleba, for me, will be hot property in the next year or two. Like in terms of who should sign him. A lot of the top six will want to sign Carlos Baleba. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, I don't know how to feel about this one. This one here, if United pull it off, will be an absolute madness because, like I said, I never thought it was available this summer. Genuinely, I thought, you know what? Nah, it's not going to happen. But Brighton have not closed the door. They've just said, yo, we've not received a bid, etc., etc. We're hearing Indicalia saying that it could cost United 100 million to sign him. 100 million. And for me, I ain't going to lie to you. I think that's a price right now for a Baleba. I don't know what you man are saying, but Baleba 100 million? I'm gonna pay that money.
Have you got the money though? You talk about I'm gonna pay that money. Have you got the money? Like
right now? Did anyone think we had money this summer to go spend the players we did?
That was my next question. Where's this money coming from, bro? Like,
bro,
we were all under the illusion you were. Do you know what? This is why I don't believe big clubs being broke. I have the same energy for Barca. Whenever people are like, Barca are broke, they can't register players, United are broke. I never really subscribed to that notion because all of a sudden you've got at least. I'm hearing United are going to start off at 70 million. We always say week in, week out. You're going to lowball first, right? Whether you paid 100 million is yet to be seen. But bro, if you get Baleba with the front three you've assembled, it kills me to say this, but you never know. Like, football's unpredictable. Not every season's the same, and you fix your front line, and he's the exact profile you need in that midfielder. This can't in that midfield. This can't happen. Brighton just need to keep upping the price and just extort you. This cannot happen. I'll be real. Like, it's mad. Aside, honestly, where have you got this money from? Because
bro,
again,
listen.
No European football. Like, surely you've taken an annual loss somewhere. Like, where's this money come from?
They got this money. They got this money from the dinner ladies' wages. What do you mean? They sacked about 100 dinner ladies, bro. Where do you think they wrapped this up?
Shout out to dinner ladies, man. I don't like anyone losing their jobs, but for me, it's, you know what it is. There's one thing acting broke, and there's one thing being broke. You see, one of the mandems that they got peas, yeah, but they're stingy on a night out, or they're stingy when they go on holiday. They don't want to spend their peas. You're thinking, bladder, we're on holiday, man. Spend your money. That's Jim Ratcliffe and them, man. Them man have got the peas, but they're acting broke. They want to tell you on the TV, yo, listen, we're United, we're looking broke this year. We had to save them and and etc. etc. But like I said to you, obviously there's amortization, there's obviously installments, etc. etc. Like United for Cunha, that money was last money. That's last year's money apparently. So it wasn't added into the new financial year. Hence why it took a while for us to get over the line with Mbumo. So, and listen, by the way, let me tell you something. That Tony Bloom, yeah, he loves money, by the way. I don't know if you man know. This brother loves money. So if the money's on the table for him, they won't acknowledge it. They won't say, yo, he's not for sale. That's what Brighton's stance is right now. They're saying as long as the money is correct, right now, we can talk, but you have to make sure it's substantial money. And I think for me, 100 million, I'm willing to pay that. If that's the case, if that's what it's meant to be, 100 million for me, I'd do that. Obviously, I'd love it to be lower, but I have to be honest and realistic. The market is fucked right now. The market, this is what we're doing right now.
You know what the biggest indication of the market being messed up is, though? It's the Tyler Diblin stuff. Have you seen that? Southampton,
bro.
Like they were so cheeky enough to reject all the offers. So when it finally got to 40 mil, they're like, let me counter offer you 45 plus 5, basically what they wanted 6 months ago for a player that's played one professional year at the senior level, scored 2 goals. Yes, the talent level is undeniable, but to start putting these price tags on players that are completely unproven, that's where there's an issue. That's when you know the market's messed. So 100 million for Baleba isn't bad. Getting Baleba for that price, you're probably looking at setting your team up for the next 6 or 7 years. That's not even a bad, that is a very, very good deal if you're actually looking at it. From the market right now, you're seeing even the Ekitike for 75, Sesko for 75. That's although they could be good players, they're not great deals. They're bad deals in a sense. Yeah. But when you look at 100 million for Baleba and a CDM, I feel like CDMs are such a rare profile, or central midfielder of his profile anyway, and to be a bit more all-rounder, it's such a rare profile to find. So if you can get one, you get your hands in it for whatever.
George, you know what's concerning? Yeah, it's not even that this Tony Bloom guy loves money and he's willing to negotiate. It's the fact Baleba apparently wants to move as well, and this is why we can do the trolling thing. I despise United, but this is where you just have to hold your hands up. They are still a massive club. They always will be, because you've seen Sesko turn down. In the short term, Newcastle's a more attractive proposition as a player in the short term. But I think long term, it still is United. Sesko's turned them down for United. Kunin and Bremer want to go United. Now Baleba's open to going to United. Sometimes you have to put your hands up and say, they're a big club and they can still attract. Like we saw it 9-10 years ago when they attracted Zlatan and Pogba when they were even in Champions League. They do this. Whether it works out there, I just hope you're on a Randy Orton thing, a legend killer, and you just start killing all these players again. That's what I'm hoping for. But in terms of them wanting to go United, you got to hold your hands up, man.
That's if they can get him, though. We're talking like it's confirmed. Man United
confirmed.
Him, but we've seen with Mbeumo, it took so long. We'll see with Sesko as well. I think
there's no smoke without fire, bro. If these things are getting out
I know.
Let me say something right now. How much would you want for Wharton? Be honest.
I was gonna say that. Isn't that the player you wanted? That's the player you really wanted. You really wanted Wharton. You didn't want Baleba. You wanted Wharton.
This is the difference.
Baleba was one of them too. I went Wharton or Baleba. Either I think that go into most top 6 teams. Let's be honest. Wharton and Baleba go into most of the top 6 teams. I don't think there's one team that I look at and think they don't need Baleba. Maybe it's Chelsea. Maybe. But even then,
don't need Baleba. No one can say they're
Chelsea. I'd say Chelsea, City, and Liverpool. They wouldn't get in any of those midfields.
Chelsea, City, Liverpool. No, I reckon Man City could do with a Baleba. Are you mad?
What next? It'd be Rodri and Reinders, though. I don't think.
Yeah, but Rodri's coming back from that injury. Apparently,
Rodri's coming back from the ACL.
I think it depends.
Don't start doing those things. Don't say it like that. Rodri's coming back from like that. Rodri's a levels above these, man. Even if you think about that, the levels.
No, but George, Rodri, you're right. He's for me, he still is the best. Just because he had a year out, he's still the best DM. But there's no guarantee he gets back to that level. This injury is peak. We need to see if Rodri.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Liverpool as well. Even though I do believe Gravenberch has been excellent, do you see him as your long-term 6? Be honest. Do you see him as your long-term 6? I'm not sure you do.
Probably not. And the fat slot, the fat slot has kind of identified other players that we wanted, Zubimendi last year and whatnot. You can tell Gravenberch probably slot in the future wants to move him a bit further forward, but we just kind of need that DM that's good on a half-turn and can receive the ball. Because I think next summer we're not going to go for Baleba or Wharton this summer, because obviously we're focusing on Isak and a centre back. But I think next summer it would have been either or, honestly, because you're right. Them two get into most of the top 6 teams.
And this is the reason why I think United have to go and get a Baleba this summer. Because next summer, not only does the price maybe increase, but I can't lie to you, it becomes free for all. You could get the likes of teams in Europe, maybe Real Madrid's involved and all of them teams. You don't want to do that. Now everyone's kind of set. So can United kind of almost strike while the iron's hot right now? Yeah, I mean, this is very, very early stages, but when the money comes in, say, for example, let's say Baleba refuses to train, because that's what's happening right now. Players are refusing to train. They get almost kind of sidetracked. They kind of lose their train of thoughts. It becomes a problem where the player now doesn't want to play for Brighton anymore. And that's where United could do a bit of damage. Like I said, United still have to put a bid in, and it has to be substantial. And I mean substantial for Brighton to even consider it. But I'm not going to lie to you. The fact that United are even involved, I think for me, gives me more positive hope than I'm like, you know what? I'm pessimistic. I'm not really thinking it's going to happen. I think United have got more chances than it not happening right now as it stands.
Because of the player, though. Because of the player. And that's a key aspect when you look at some of our players in terms of taking a move away. A lot of people compare us to the Brightons and the Bournemouths, etc. But Gay, for example, I think he would be open to move for Liverpool, but he's not forcing a move. He's happy to stay for another year and leave next summer. Eze, Wharton's apparently Wharton. This came out weeks ago. That's why I don't think there's been any links with Wharton to any big clubs. He's happy to stay at Palace. Like he wants to stay at Palace for another year.
There was links.
I think that's the difference because these,
There was heavy links to us.
But where is it now? Because you're not that football club, respectfully.
No, we're just not going to spend that money. But just do you know what it is?
Respectfully, you're not that football club.
I think respectfully, a lot of people realise that Crystal Palace players aren't as good as people think. That's why nobody bought Eze. You know, £70 million. Nobody.
No, it's not about no one.
Everybody signed 10s. That's the 1 10 that hasn't been signed. I think people are just realising.
I swear you want to.
Or maybe they just don't want to give your club money. They want to keep
a legend.
Madness.
Hold up. Did you not say that you're getting our manager? You said that you're getting our manager this summer and Eze. Where are they?
Oh, your manager.
They're playing in the Community Shield on Sunday.
You know what's funny though? Your manager is complaining. Your manager is fuming right now that your club's not being serious. What did he come out in an interview and say within the last week? Oh, we're going to be in the same position we was in last season if we do not trigger any moves in the window. So yet again, you've won a trophy, and what's your club done in the window? Nothing. So winning a trophy don't do nothing for your club.
What have you done in the window? Hold up. What have you done in the window? What have you done in the window?
You know what? Yeah, it's true. What have you done in the window?
Yeah, what have you done in the window? You're begging for Tiny Dibbling, £50 million.
All right, well, what we have done is we've actually
Tottenham begging 50. Like Tiny Dibbling come to us, we'll pay £50 million. Is that what
you know what's funny about this though? Yeah,
I've got no pool.
I'm all here to sit here and say, and I'm fine to sit here and say Spurs haven't done enough in this window. But Spurs have still improved in this window. That's the thing. I just don't think we've improved enough. We've signed Paulinho and Kudus, 2 players that start in our team and would start in a lot of Premier League teams. So I don't know what we're doing here. Like Spurs have improved. We've done some good business in the window.
Well, you haven't got no pool. Can you agree with that? You haven't got no pool.
We've got no pool.
Yeah. What's your pool? Go on. Tell me.
This is coming from a Palace fan.
You know what it is? I think what he's trying to say with Champions League football, I think there would have been more of expectancy from Tottenham to have that kind of more pull in terms of getting more players in the door. I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought Tottenham would have done a madness this summer. Champions League football, you beat United, life is good. You know what I'm saying? And then kick on. I think that's where maybe. No,
but say, let's be honest. The case isn't Tottenham don't have pool. The case is Tottenham aren't ambitious enough to go in for as many players. That is the problem. Yeah. Daniel Levy and Tottenham is right now. We're fuming. Spurs fans are fuming with our window because we've got a week away, or let's say 5 days away now, from the biggest game of our season, where we have the potential to win a trophy, and we've only signed 2 players. I thought we'd go into them. We haven't got a 10. We've got no number 10
next week.
Wednesday, bro. It's on
Wednesday.
I thought it was at 2-3 weeks away.
It's normally
the Premier League season starts next week.
Yeah,
I'm not bugging. Super Cup's normally a bit later, like
it's usually like 30th of August.
Yeah. Why are they
doing
doing it so early?
They're doing it before the season starts this time. It's before the season starts, and look, we're going into that game with no creative midfielder. I think Spurs are lacking heavy in this window, but I think some of the business we have done has been good. But we've still been poor windows so far. We got.
You reckon you'll finish top 10 with the 2 signings that you've made? You reckon you'll get into
top 10 wouldn't be a question. That's the difference. Are you going to be in the top 10? Are you going to be in the top 10, D?
I don't know. But if we're not
that's the difference. I can guarantee those things. I can guarantee those things. You talk about winning trophies. You're not even going to be in the trophy that we won last year. Guess what? Relegated. Even in your best years, you still get relegated. It's funny.
When have we got
relegated to Conference League, bro? Know your levels. You're not even playing Europa League. Focus on your little core.
We'll see on next week. We'll see on Monday. We'll see on Monday.
When's your court day? I thought it was today or tomorrow.
Monday. No, Monday we'll find
Monday.
out.
Oh yeah, focus on that, D. Focus on
Monday
that.
we'll find out. Monday we'll find out. Let's see.
Yeah, man. But now, honestly, just going back to the Baleba, like, do you think we'll get him? Yes or no? Do you think it's gonna happen?
No, not this window.
No.
January. I think January.
Nah, January will happen, man.
Nah, it
January
won't ever happen in January. Won't ever happen.
Yeah.
I just
You know,
think
the only thing that gives me hope, is the fact that he might be pushing for a move. And knowing how Brighton are, as you said, Saeed, they are open to selling. Like, they are not fussed. They want money. So if he pushes for a move, do they want an unsettled player at the football club? I don't know.
Bro,
I think they might be keen. They might
Unsettled.
be willing to negotiate. I think that's the only thing. Apart from that, I don't think so.
Man,
apparently it's agreed personal terms. Apparently agreed personal terms.
Do you know why I said January? Yeah, we've seen some of the biggest deals in Prem history happen in January. Second of all, we know Brighton are one of the best recruiters, right? And they're very shrewd in what they do. I can see them having a gentleman's agreement with Baleba and maybe even United, saying, give us 6 months to find your replacement, then we'll sell you in January. I know people are now going to say, oh, but what if they're like in a good position for Europe in January and you don't want to like disgruntle the squad? But I can see a January move happening. I don't know if it will happen this summer. I'm with George. I can't see it happening this summer. Would I be surprised if it happens? I wouldn't.
Yeah, this is the difference between us finishing comfortably in the top 6, whatever, than not. This is a big, big move, man. United get Baleba, it could be a good season for United, bro, because then the balance in midfield changes. A lot of people look at our midfield and probably the worst in the league, if I'm being honest with you. Like, a lot of teams have got a better midfield than us. If we get him, Sesko, and Mbumo, Cunha, and a goalkeeper, for me, no excuse for Amrin now. Amrin has got to cook with that team.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Like, you're talking about these players, but I'm looking at your manager. Because
he's got to improve. He's got to improve, though. He's got to improve. He's got to improve this year. This is a year now where he's got to improve.
Got to, just like Ten Hag had to improve, but he ended up getting sacked. You can get all the ingredients. Who was it that said it? It was I think James from AFTV talking about Arteta. He said that you can have Gordon Ramsay ingredients, but doesn't mean you're going to end up having Gordon Ramsay dish. And I think with Amram, that's a big question mark. You're getting these players, which of course they are improvements to what you have, but the main man leading it, because even last year, all right, cool. I don't think you had great players, but I don't think the players that you had were that bad as well. With a good coach, you shouldn't have been that bad. So I'm looking at your coach saying, what is he going to do with these group of players? Because Mbeumo and Cunha, they are very good players. We've seen them in the Premier League, but they're not world class. You're going to have to also coach them and make sure they fit into the system as well. So what is he going to do with these players? That's the biggest thing I'm looking at. I know you as a United fan, you want to be optimistic, talking about top 6 and whatever. But for me, from the outside looking in, I need to see. Before I believe it.
Listen, for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we get the players in, there should be no excuses for United to go and get in the mix of things, man. I'll be real with you. They need to go in and get in the mix of things, and they need to push, man, this season, bro. Because, like I said, last year was terrible. But if I was to ask you, Rums, if United get all them players, where would you predict United to finish?
I already have you between like 8th and 10th. If you get a Baleba, I'll probably say 6th or 7th. That's how much of a game changer I think he is. Honestly, I think you'll get Europe, potentially even pushing to a Champions League place. But I still think there's 5 teams stronger than you. But Baleba's a game changer. Sometimes you have to just be honest. We can sit here and troll all day long, but he's something else, because we've been linked with him like the past year or so. Other big clubs have. If you were to land him after the season you've just had, it's a big signing, man. There's no denying that. It's a very big signing. So yeah, I have you around 6th or 7th with him.
Yeah. Okay, say no more. Chat, let us know. People are saying bomber in the chat. Let us know what the bomber is. There's 1.5k in the building, yeah, and there's only 283 likes. You lot in the chat, do better. Hit the like button, man. Let's get these likes up right now. Yeah, there's an injury to Levi Colwell. Is that a big injury, apparently? People are saying in the chat he's got an ACL or something.
Yeah, I haven't seen it still. Let
me just check right now, people, before, because I wanted to talk on. Is that actually true, people? What's the situation with Levi Colwell?
If it is, then that, of course, that will.
Let me see. It says here, Maresca said he don't know how long he's going to be out for. We don't know how long he'll be out for. Hopefully not too long. It's a problem. Oh, luckily they bought Hato then, isn't it? It's a good job they got Hato because he can play on that left-hand side, but he's young though. I don't know if you want to be starting the season with Hato up front. You get me? So maybe, hey.
So you're saying the last 2 days they've had a problem. Like, what is it? That's a bit weird. So is it like he must be feeling something whilst training, or like it's bad that you mentioned the last 2 days. It's like they've been trying to sort it out. I don't know. Surely if it's an ACL, he would know, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's an ACL because he's saying it's a problem, but hopefully not too long. So I don't think it's an ACL because I think that would be
yeah. That's crazy. Like I said, I don't know whether that now forces them. To be fair, they have got Badia Shile, they have got Josh Achimpong. You know what I mean? They have got a couple of other like defenders that they can use, and they've got Hato who can play left-sided centre back if he wants to. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. Like I said to you, it's a lot of pressure to be coming into it straight away and putting him in there. You know what I'm saying? And him being the kind of main vocal point. So I ain't gonna lie. Maybe it's Chelsea might dip in the market for a centre back. You know what I mean? If Colwell is out, they've got Tosin. They've also got my man. What's his name? The one that he was at Palace as well. They have got a couple of centre backs.
Chalobah,
yeah, Chalobah. They have got centre backs, but Levi Colwell is someone that a lot of Chelsea fans rate, innit? They like him. You know, he's good on the ball. He can play out from the back. You know what I mean? So it's one of them where they have got other options in there, but it would be something that they would look at. Yeah, man, I say Gahey in the chat. You know, that Gahey won't come back to Chelsea, man. Like,
I don't think so. I don't think Gahey. I'll be honest. I thought Gahey would leave to Liverpool, and I think Palace are open with Gahey leaving to Liverpool. But the guy, I don't think he wants to leave. Like, it's weird. I think he wants to, because if he doesn't leave now, next summer he's a free agent. He can get a better deal, better personal deal, because there'll be no transfer fee involved. So he'll end up getting more money. And I think he's happy playing European football and, you know, staying at Palace for one more year. Remember, it's a World Cup year. When it comes to Eze, Gahey, Waltons, if they go to any of these big clubs and they end up on the bench, which I don't think they will because they go to college, that's going to hurt their chances. So it's like one more year at Palace, go to the World Cup, and then after the World Cup, everyone will be, you know.
But let's be honest though, D, wouldn't you as a club want to get as much funds as you would out of that player, especially with obviously he is fairly young. You can still command a good £50 million for him, even with a year left. You're talking about a player who has that like captain experience and so on. And I get how valuable he could be to Palace for this season in Conference League potentially or Europa League, whichever one it isn't, for game time. But even for like yourselves, succession planning is key. Signing you guys already looked at signing players like Diomande and some other centre backs, where those players are probably looked to play in the team for this season. Glasner's going to want to embed them in. It would probably work best if Gahey goes this summer, because you can still get money in for him. Forget about what's best for Gahey. Think about what's best for Palace.
Yeah, no, I think that's the reason why we are open to selling him. But also, we're not a selling club like people think we are. That's been the case for years. Like, when you look at how many players that we've actually sold at Palace, who have we sold since we got promoted to Premier League? Zaha ended up leaving on a free. We didn't sell him. He ended up leaving on a free. His contract ran out, and we had Eze Elise, and then he ended up leaving on a free. The only players that I can really think about is Wan-Bissaka to United.
Wan-Bissaka.
Money. Elise, of course, last summer because of the release clause.
Yeah.
But in terms of when we had the power, release clause, we can't handle that. Like, if they're going to go, they're going to go. Someone matches it. We've only sold Joachim Anderson, Wan-Bissaka. Who else?
And look, you're going back in the day, but then, you're not. Yeah, it's not.
Like,
really,
we're not a selling club. Like,
it just shows you as well that Palace now are a serious team compared to back in the day as well. It just shows you your growth.
We're
better talent and you're doing better as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, IU, but that's bizarre.
Yeah, IU now we're taking a piss. Like, we really include IU as a selling club. What we got? Like, how much? Like,
he did sell that kid to Chelsea though. The kid to Chelsea apparently is meant to be quality as well.
Jesse Derry. I don't want like, he's a kid in it, so I don't want to get into him. But I'm in a way, I'm happy that he's gone. Let's just say that. I'm not upset.
He didn't want to say nothing because he knows how he really put. It's a top player, and he's not happy.
It's not about that. It's more about the player. He's a kid, innit? I don't want to go into the kid, but from what I've heard, it's not the worst thing that he's left. He's incredible talent, but in terms of ego and whatever, that's
Okay. Let's move on to Nicolas Jackson, man. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gonna go to Indie Cali again, guys. Man, I'm gonna get the exclusive.
You have to get used to this, Saeed.
You've been brought out. There's
Bro,
no way
I don't know, man. I don't need to go to any of the journalists now, man. I'm out to do Indie Cali, man. It's crazy. But he said Nicolas Jackson has made it clear to his agent he wants to join Newcastle. The young talent is eager to take iconic number 9 shirt and make history for the club. Chelsea and Newcastle in talks. Jackson is optimistic that both clubs can reach an agreement. Will he become the next star in the North East? Only time will tell, man. Jackson, man, apparently Chelsea won 80 million from him. That is absolutely mad. It's not gonna say, bro. But then again, if Sesko's worth that, I'm sorry, man. Jackson has to be worth a bit more because he's matched up working in the Premier League.
No, he's not allowed.
But that's the problem with the transfer market is you can't now just start doing so Sesko's worth
you can justify it though.
Jackson worth more than 80 million pounds. I'm
saying 80 million is because now they're saying, well, hold on a minute. I've got striker who's done work in the Premier League for 2 years. First, a guy that's coming in potential, whatever it is. Like, bro, I could demand this.
Let's be honest. With a deal like Sesko, you're buying potential. With a deal like Jackson, we've already seen his potential. We've seen the maximize. Now, there is another step. He could go another level. We're not saying that he's maximized and he's reached his peak at football yet. But at the same time, you've seen the best of Jackson across 2 years. You can sort of average out and evaluate where you think Sesko is. And I'm sorry, where you think Jackson is. Sesko, on the other hand, 45 million pound of that fee is based on potential, not based on the quality that he's given already. So with that in mind, Jackson, you would look at what I would do is look at Premier League deals that have happened. And Bomo was 65, he bagged bare goals. Cunha was 65, he bagged. Yeah. He's not worth more than them. I would say probably they got the price they got for Madueke. Get that, I'd command the same price they got for Madueke for Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. But look at Madueke, 52 million. Was he worth that money?
Yeah, he's not. But that's because he went. I think that there's a fee because he went to a rival. Now, again, if Chelsea consider Newcastle as rivals, then yeah, you could throw a little extra fee on top of that.
People could say that though, that we've not seen the best of Jackson yet, and therefore he could become a top player in the next couple of years. And listen, we don't know yet. Jackson could be someone that could become a top player in the future. Right now, he's still maybe got the...
His finishing isn't good, bro. For strikers, you know from young, if their finishing is good, they'll be top players. If their finishing is not good, it's not going to improve that much. Like, there's only a small...
But 24 for striker is still fairly young. We know that, though. For striker...
He's still young. He's still young. But from what we've seen so far, I'll be honest, I genuinely feel like this guy's got the worst hat-trick in the Premier League history, the one that scored against Spurs. Because that game, the amount of chances he missed, like... And he's improved from there. He is improved.
But
I don't like his improvements from where he was at the start to now. It's not giving me indication that he's going to be ever worth an 80 to 90 million pound striker.
No. I'm not saying. I don't believe he's worth that. So even when you count, what I'm saying to you, when you analyze how desperate Newcastle are, and when you analyze what's going on in the market, it is a madness. It's free for all. Chelsea are going to demand that. And if they get close to it, for them, it's a win. If they can say the aim is we want 80 million out of this guy, Newcastle can say, well, bloody hell, I don't think it's worth it, you know. If they go, say, for example, 65, 70, 75, then you know what? All right, we'll agree. We'll shake hands on 70 or 75 million.
You're right there.
You never know. Chelsea have set the bar high right now. And they're doing a madness.
That's if Newcastle are stupid, because if they were good and the Newcastle actually evaluated the market for what it was, they would hit 80 million. They'd be like, all right, I'm not going in for that player. Simple. There's so many other players that you can go for 60 million and get.
But they were meant to. And also, Joe, but they were ready to pay Ekatike nearly 80 million. They were ready
like with the Ekatike deal again, but you're buying into the potential. Ekatike was.
Oh man, I'm sick of that word.
No, it's the facts though. When you're buying young players at 21, 22, you're buying potential. You're paying 20, 30 million pound extra because you think this player is going to be worth that price in a few years. Jackson was brought for 35 million. Nobody thought this guy had big potential. Now in 2 years, he's proven he doesn't have a big potential. How can you double the price? It doesn't make any sense. I
can flip it and say he's done well in them 2 years. I think he can level up and potentially become a top player. That could be a scenario. The same scenario you're saying, you're buying into potential. I could say, hold on a minute. we've seen what he could do here. I think he could really kick on and do a madness and then carry on to be a top player. And again, I'm giving you a scenario because that's what we're doing right now. Football's about scenarios right now. We don't know. There's no evidence to show us that player is going to become a top player. It's all potential. It's all data. It's all, statistic based. We don't know yet. From what we see from Jackson, I get it. There are large parts of his game that leave a lot to be desired. It really does. But he has scored goals. He has shown he can work with the front two, especially with Palmer and whatnot. You can see the link-up plays there. I'm just saying, like, Newcastle might see that and think, you know what, we want that. And Chelsea be like, you know what, 80 million, see you later.
It's not even just Newcastle might look at the potential and say we want that. I think Newcastle are desperate. So I think both of you lot have good points.
Yeah.
Like, I believe I understand Jules in terms of what he's saying. Is it worth £80 million? I don't think so. Forget about potential.
Solanke was 65 million.
Solanke was £20 million way too much. I would have said 40 mil max. But
then the reason why Spurs paid that is because they needed a striker. So and I think
it's because we needed an English player as well.
I don't think it's worth £80 million, but this is the best case scenario for Chelsea because Newcastle are getting rejected left, right, centre. They need a striker to replace Isak.
Yes.
The striker market is cooked. So I can see Newcastle paying that price, but I don't think he's worth that price, even if you consider the potential. But I think it will happen. If they really want him, if Newcastle really want him, I think Chelsea will be like, all right, cool, pay that money. And Newcastle at this point, if it's not Jackson, who else is it going to be next? Like, they're going through all of these players. They got rejected by Sesko. Ekitike is done. Like, who else is going to be? The striker market was cooked before we even went into the window.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's been poor. So I think they'll end up paying it. And Chelsea are doing madness with the sales and the
fair play.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair play. If they can double what they got from him, I think that's a win for Chelsea. If they can double what they got from him, at least get 65 million, 70 million from him, they've won. You know what I mean? And that's the least they could. That's what I'm saying. They're literally flipping their money, bro. It's madness, man.
Do you know why I can see Newcastle paying that money? This is because Piff owns Chelsea too, bruv. They're just throwing money at themselves. That's all that's happening over here, bruv. So of course they're gonna chuck some money at Chelsea's the one club that all of a sudden get big money and big fees for players. It's gonna be no surprise when Newcastle are willing to throw 70 at them.
Hey,
they're just transferring from their savings to their current account, fam. There's no difference. That's all that's happening.
Don't hate the player, man. Don't hate the player, man. Hate the game. That's what I was saying.
George, why are you pocket watching, bro? So you're in to spend money. You got all that stadium, all them.
Spend more money than you, bro. What? Don't talk about pocket watching. You had everyone there. You been pocket watching all summer. You've been pocket watching all summer. That's what Crystal Palace have been doing because you ain't been buying no one. You've been pocket watching. You just watching what everybody else is doing.
We're at court. We have to see depending on court. Then we'll go spend money.
Oh, so you can only buy players depending on court.
What's your reason?
Wait. You can only buy players depending on what happens.
We've got our reason. What's your reason for signing 2 players? You got a new manager.
The one we haven't signed. We signed more than 2. We signed more than 2.
You said 2.
No. 2 first team players. They're 2 first team starters.
Okay, first team players.
Well, we did confirm. Technically, we have 5 signings in the window, but 3 of those players sit on my bench. So we've improved. What have you done? Again, you've improved. You keep talking about like, we need to wait till court. We need to wait till court. Why do you need to wait till court to process with any players? That is not part of your court deal.
Big
up to Caden. The court date isn't now. Caden's a real Palace fan. You're just a defender. You just
it is to a certain degree. Because if you're playing in the Conference League versus the Europa League, there's different money.
Because you have no
because of budgeting.
You need the Europa League to pull players in.
Did I finish below you lot, by the way? You two. Did I finish below you lot? Did you lot?
Yeah.
Did we both have better seasons than you?
Oh,
yeah, you went quiet there, didn't you?
What are you not showing?
You both had better seasons.
You lot better seasons. Why are you not showing ambition then?
Why are we not? Do you know the thing is though? Again, Man United have always showed ambition in the window. Nobody could ever deny that.
Manchester United we're talking about. This is Manchester United we're talking about. This is Man United.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you guys spend money like this every window. It's no surprise. People they always believe the stuff that comes out before the start of the window. Man United have no money, but then you go and spend 200-300 million every single window. Just like, what are we doing here? This is no surprise. There's no surprise.
I can't lie, bro. Listen, it's one of them where we you know what it is, man. It's one of them where we have to. Everyone's got to spend now. You know this idea that, like, why the man like say though? Like, why is spending seen as like something bad, bro? You got to spend, man. Like real talk though, man. Like, bro, man, them have got to spend their money. Like Liverpool are doing a madness. Everyone's doing a madness, bro. Everyone's got to spend. Spend until you drop. What do they say? Stop until you drop.
Hey, spending ain't the answer though. You can spend all the money, but it depends, as I said, on the quality of the players that you bring in. It's not all about spending. It's about good scouting. It's about good scouting.
It is, but let's be honest though, yeah. To maintain with what clubs are doing right now. And I was watching the overlap interview where Levy tried to suggest that it's unsustainable. I don't think it is unsustainable what clubs are doing. We're seeing clubs are spending a lot of money, but they're selling players for a lot of money just as much. If you're a good selling club, you're always going to be in a good scenario. So you just need to make sure that you're selling players at the right time so then you can bring players in and keep churning the wheel. That's the biggest issue here. Man United, Arsenal, Tottenham, I'd say Liverpool a lot better right now. Chelsea are, Man City are. Us three struggle at selling players. If we all sold players better, we could spend way more money. That's the biggest problem.
What happened to this deal, by the way? The Gassan deal. What happened, by the way?
This one I'll give.
Your chain snatched.
Yeah, because surely, regardless of Europa Conference, we should have that £30 million to spend. Basically, we were negotiating, and it seemed like things were progressing, and we were nearly there. And then Villa came last minute, and they literally
do what big clubs do. They snatch your chain.
But you know what's funny, George? You know what's funny? None of our players would want to join your club, and that's for a reason, because you're not one of those clubs that you think you are in your head. Respectfully.
And also,
we turned down 2 seasons in a row, by the way.
And also Diomande. What happened to Diomande? What's happened with that one?
Well, that was not serious, though. That was not serious.
Oh, I thought it was serious.
Because we still got Gay. I'd never see Palace spending 40 or 50 million euros whilst we still have Gay at the football club. So I
think you bought in the summer. Crystal Palace this summer I bought in how many players?
Oh no. We'd have to talk about it.
No.
I can tell you now. There isn't much. Only Sosa.
You bought in Borna Sosa, who's good. I like that player. You know what I mean?
And a backup goalie. We got a backup left wing back and a backup goalie. That's it.
Oh
wait, wasn't Borna Sosa already at your club?
No, he wasn't. When have you seen him play for Palace?
Fair enough. No. I'm pretty sure I thought I see him in a Palace shirt. That's cool. Is it?
Rob Holding's returned back now. Rob Holding's back. You know what I'm saying? At least.
No, Rob Holding got sold. Well, he's gone now. He's gone to MLS. Rob Holding.
Raksaki. That's my boy Raksaki, man. Where's he going?
He's gonna get sold as well, most likely to Rangers. Yeah. We'll see if they pay for him like £10 million and stuff. Yeah, but look, our window's not done now. Trust me, our window's not done. We'll go for players. We'll improve.
A lot of the teams in the mid-table, like Fulham, they bidded for some Brazilian kid last night. It got rejected. So there's a lot of clubs still making some, we're not
the finished product, but you have to also look at our team and say, how many positions can you improve on? We're talking about Wharton being worth £100 million. Oh, we still have Mark Gay there. We still have Eze there. Do you get it? Like, there's our position we can improve on, but for us, it's more about squad depth. Like, some of these players are linked to top 6 clubs for a reason. Lacroix, he's an improvement last season. I said it last season. He was
I think he was one of the most underrated last season.
Yeah. So, like, we're really pretty much sorted in terms of our first team, especially like with the midfield and stuff. Check Decore, we'll see if he stays fit, but he was out injured last year, so if he comes back, he'll be improvement. It's just like 2-3 players that we need, squad depth, and then we're sorted. But yeah, the Gassan deal was frustrating because I think we need another number 10 as a backup option to like Saar and give something different. But yeah, we'll see after Monday or when Sunday what happens in it.
Yeah. Let me get there's a news about Barcola. Obviously, I don't know if where Ramses might be coming back soon, but Barcola, people, Liverpool apparently, this is mad by the way, they consider Barcola world class.
Let's see that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Liverpool are smoking a bit of budge right now. I can't lie, but
no. Barcola is cold.
But bro, is he world class though, man? I'm not sure about that.
No, he's not world class.
It's good depth, bro.
Good depth.
To have, like, you get it, like, in terms of to having a squad.
He starts in front of Gakpo for me.
Does he?
For me, but again, I think it depends on the type of winger you want. I think in a slot system, he doesn't. I'll be real. In a slot system, Slot's going to prefer Gakpo.
He's going to play up. He can play up front. He can play on the left. This, by the way, will only happen if he can't do a job.
He's a left winger.
I'm saying he's a winger, but they've deployed him up front as well a few times for PSG. That's what I'm saying, like that. He can rotate in that role, but obviously predominantly on the left hand side. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. When I watched the Fabrizio Romano video, he alluded to Rums that this would only happen if Isak deal doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So this is basically an option.
And Barcola would have to push for the move as well.
And he don't want to move, does he? Really?
Remember the other day? It was only a month ago that Bayern Munich were looking at Barcola, and PSG said straight away it's not for sale. Like they shut it down immediately. Yeah. But I'll be honest with you lot. This is a player, I put him in the Leao category. He's not bad, but he's overrated. I don't want him at my club, especially for that money. I don't really rate Barcola.
How much are you asking for?
I think it's 100 million euros, so it'll be 85 million pounds.
What? That is nuts.
85 million pounds, 100 million euros. So
I'll be honest.
You see what I mean, man? The market's cooked, man. The market's cooked.
Do you know, even if he was 60 or 70 million, I just don't rate the player how a lot of people do. So I wouldn't want him.
I think Barcola is cold. Like for me, when I watch him on that left wing, even when I'll see him when he was at Lyon, when he was creating for Lacazette, he is cold, bro. He beats his man. He consistently beats his man. What you need from a left winger, beat their man, get across into the box. He does that. He's good. And for me, I think his decision making, when you talk about Leao, is a lot better than Leao's. You look at.
I agree with that.
He's a lot more decisive with his cross and his shot. He knows when to make those take those chances. Like Leao for me is just somebody who I'll take about Spurs, but like when I watch him, it's in the transition. He's just a transition winger.
Literally,
whereas Barcola, I can see Barcola up against low blocks, taking on his man, dropping the shoulder. Barcola would be cold for you, man. He would be dangerous. When you talk about 85 million in the market right now, if Sesko's 80, and you're talking about Barcola being 80, I don't think it's a bad price, bro. The guy is young. He's 22 years of age, bro. He's gonna be 20. Do
you know what gets me livid, man? For the same player in this position that we inquired for in Kvaratskhelia, literally only January, if we were serious, we actually could have gone in for him. And now we're kind of getting there. Let's be honest, he's a bench player for them now. That's the reason why I feel like Isak's the priority. What the chat saying, that's the one I want. But if we don't get Isak, this is why I think this is a deal that could be done, because he's looking at it like he's kind of, would you say he's on the fringes of the French squad? Because he don't start for them, but he normally travels with them, right? This is a player where he's probably looking at World Cup year. I'm not getting in ahead of Doué, Kvaratskhelia or Dembele. I'm like 4th or 5th option. I'm guaranteed to start at Liverpool. I know some because if we sign him for that money, he's ahead of Gakpo and Rio. Let's have it right. Like he goes straight into the 11.
That's what I said.
He probably might say, do you know what? If they don't get Isak and they come in for me, I want to go there. It's the Premier League. It'll probably do good for him, but I'll be honest with you. I personally, I don't want to. I agree with you, George, though. He is better than Leao. Like, he's got more IQ than Leao, but I'm never really moved by him. And I've watched Barcola quite a bit. I don't know. It's just one of them players I'm not that moved by. But yeah, I still think we're going to go for Isak. And again, you lot probably touched it, but I still think we get Isak. It might be late on the window. It might be deadline week. It might be the last week. For me, I think it's going to be anywhere between the 24th of August onwards. I think
you gotta wait until Newcastle gets striker. That's the thing, though. You gotta wait until Newcastle.
I'm hearing Jackson might be possible though. Apparently, Jackson wants to leave. So
yeah, that's what we said that as well. By the way, Indicali is saying that
Indicali becoming a tier 1 source is the last thing I expected in this.
He's saying that Newcastle need to hurry up. Al Nassr are interested in signing Brentford striker Yaoun Wissa, so they need to hurry up. You know what I mean? He's saying basically in that regard. So, boy, Newcastle need to
be in trouble. I'm telling you now.
Bro.
He's coach as their manager, and they lost Mbeumo, they lost Norgard, they're losing Wissa. Hey, they might be one of the
at least one
go up and go down. Hey, it might not happen this year.
I think at least one of the teams this year, from relegation teams, are staying up. They are staying up. At least one of them. I think at least one of them are staying up. At least one of them are staying up. But no, honestly, Isak's situation, I see Craig Hope saying that he's been unsettled for the past year. I don't know whether that's just they're trying to create a scenario just to make it feel a lot better, that it's not come out of nowhere, etc., etc. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's just kind of
it's just a bit annoying now. Like, obviously, these deals won't be easy to It's not going to be an easy deal. We're breaking the transfer record. They get the British transfer record again, but it's just annoying because when you start, it's giving me vibes of the Mbeumo deal. Like, the player wants you and whatnot, but it's just dragging and dragging and dragging. And the things with this deal, I said this from the jump. We're only going to get Isak once they find a replacement, and they're well within their right to only sell him once they have a player. You're not just going to want to go in the season with Ursula. You're at least going to want to get one body in, but it's just a bit annoying. It's not nice to see something drag out like this, but I suppose it is what it is. But I think when it's all said and done, us Liverpool fans are going to be gassed by the end of the window, and all of you are just going to be looking at us like, yeah, give them the league. Because I do think he becomes a Liverpool player by the 2nd or 3rd of September. But I just want, the reason why I want it done quickly, because it's like, he's hardly trained this summer. Then he's going to take 2-3 games to get up to speed. Whereas if we sign him earlier and get him integrated with the team earlier, maybe he can make that Arsenal game. But it's looking like now he probably won't be ready until after the first international break. Because by the time we sign him, he'll be late in the window.
Real talk. He might not be ready until then. You get me? And that's a bit of a man. You wouldn't. I don't think that was ideal for you lot to be doing that, man. At least, but that's where Ekitike, I suppose, is there,
exactly.
Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying? You can play him through the middle while Isak gets into the groove of things. But listen, the top deals always sometimes happen late, man. We got Van Persie late. You know what I mean? There's a lot of deals that happen late, man. You know what I mean? In terms of strikers, you know, they don't really come in that early sometimes.
They'll sign him, man. They'll sign him. You know, when a player training by himself and he's out of the squad and he wants to leave, like, I just don't see how you recover from that. If it's not Jackson, if it won't be Sesko, it'll be someone. There'll be someone out there that they get as a striker, and Isak will end up leaving because it's gone too deep into it now. Where it's like, what the hell? Like, you can't come back. Isak can't come back and play for Newcastle after all of this. I don't like.
That's lies. We've seen players come back from worse. We've seen players come back from worse. I actually don't think he's done madness. Let's be honest. All he's done is come out and just say he wants to leave. Yeah, he's trained all by himself, but that wasn't by like his choice. It was a case of Newcastle were going on a pre-season tour. He's not going to go on the tour to stay unsettled on the tour, and he wanted to try work move out. Went to train by himself. He'll get integrated back into the team over the next week or so.
Not all of
let's
this.
Be real.
You don't go on tour. You don't train by himself right now. So what is it?
Tevez's done worse at City. Tevez said he wanted to leave and refuse to play, and then still come back and play. Like the players have come back from worse.
I've said this all along, yeah. You'll get, I think the majority of the Geordies, and if there's any in the chat, they can correct me if I'm wrong. Majority of the Geordies won't accept him, but there'll be a minority that do. Football fans are fickle. If he goes to St. James Park, scores a brace, you think they're going to boo him? Like they will.
Would Eddie Howe accept him though? Like he's telling him to train by himself. He didn't come on tour. Like it's just.
No,
I think Eddie Howe. It's not just about football fans. They've excluded him completely. He didn't go to the tour. He went to Spain instead.
He went to the tour, but he didn't train by himself. Like, no, but DD, you're making it seem like he was expelled from the tour. No, he made it clear he wanted to move, so they respected his wishes by leaving him at home and not bringing him on the tour. Eddie Howe will definitely There's no way that you think Eddie Howe's going to refuse to reintegrate his best player into the squad. He wants Isak to stay.
Why is he training by himself? Why is he training by himself right now?
Because I think the situation is still very raw.
And they still don't know what's going on.
No. You can't, look, this is the difference.
Just yesterday, they was bidding for Sesko. So in Newcastle's mind, even yesterday was we're moving on from Isak. In their mind, they're still trying to get a player. But let's be real, like Ramza said, in the case of as the weeks go on and it does look like he may be staying, he will be reintegrated back into the squad. Just like even when Harry Kane done the thing where he said, "Oh, my gentleman's agreement, I want to leave Spurs. I'm not coming back to training." He came back a week late to training, and guess what? The players, they don't care. The players understand.
They're not going to be
a
week late to training.
Also, fans won't care.
He refused to come back and then came back a week later.
Isak is not doing preseason with his club. There's a difference. Baleba, for example, he might ask to leave, right? But he might still be fine. Like, all right, cool. You know, I'm still going to work. I'm still going to train, you know, in case I stay at Brighton. But Isak clearly behind the scenes has caused such a fuss that saying, you know, I want to leave. This is it. The fact that Eddie Howe saying, all right, don't come preseason. All right, when we're back, don't train with us.
No. Eddie Howe never made that decision. You keep saying that. He never made that decision. Eddie Howe was not training if he wanted to. Why is he not training
right now with the team?
George, right? It's Isak's decision. It's not from Eddie Howe. It's Isak and his camp. Like they've actually decided
and then it's going to be fine. Let's say Isak 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the line, let's say he doesn't end up leaving and he stays at Newcastle. He's just going to walk into the first.
No. What's going on, guys? I agree with you. I agree with you. It won't be a seamless integration that he's straight back in. What will happen is he'll probably not start the first 2-3 games, But with Isak's quality, the game he probably returns, he'll probably bag. He'll most probably bag. And then game by game, the Geordies will start to accept him. Not all of them. Some, like I've seen some Geordies say he's dead regardless what he do. There's some that say if he comes back and even hits 25 this season, what he's done this summer is inexcusable. But football fans are fickle that there'll be a minority that will still say, you know what? Yeah, you did what you did, but you're winning me games. You're scoring me goals. Do you know what I mean? So some will still accept him.
It's not on the fan base to accept him or not. It's on the team, whether the team will accept him. The team is going to accept him back. Like I said, they won't come back into the team straight away, but there'll be a process of him, saying his apologies. He'll come out and write a letter to the team. Yeah. He'll say, but I'm fully. What you'll hear is, I'm sorry for my actions. This is what happened. But over the next year, I'm fully committed to Newcastle, and I want. That's all that will come out.
You need to remember, a lot of these are his friends. They're his friends as well.
Isak is leaving, bro. Isak is leaving. Like,
and I saw Kate put in the chat regarding Zaha done this before and went. He handed in a transfer request.
Zaha's different to Isak, though. Zaha's different to Isak.
No.
Zaha was training. Zaha only had a little period where he wasn't training because of it was like a few weeks. That's it. A few weeks. Isak has not been included in pre-season.
For 2 weeks.
Pre-season by himself.
2 weeks. Only 2 weeks as well. What are you on about? He handed it.
It's been more than 2 weeks ago. You know what it is? Put it in your head. Isak is leaving to join Liverpool. 100%. There's no way Isak.
What I'm saying, what the George is saying, though, it's still easy to get back when the Premier League season starts. The manager has no reason other than say, "Yo, listen, you're a Newcastle player." Especially if Newcastle have a bad start as well. Imagine Newcastle have a bad start. You think they're not going to?
We're speaking about as well. He's their best player as well.
I didn't look around thinking, "Yo, man, we're lacking goals here, man. What do we do?" Yo, it's like, get out of here, man.
No, he ain't doing that, Saeed. He ain't doing that, man.
I agree with you. I think he becomes a Liverpool player, but I see where George is coming from. Let's say worst case scenario, he stays at Newcastle because they can't. It's what you said earlier. They'll get someone in. For me, it's not getting anyone in. They need to bring in a striker that they seem obviously not. There's going to be a natural downgrade to Isak. They can't bring in someone that is better than him, but they need to bring someone that they deem, you can still do somewhat well here, right? Yeah. Let's say they don't bring in that striker and he does stay. I see what George is saying. He won't get integrated straight away, but eventually he'll start banging in the goals for them. Like he will.
Yeah. He'll start for Newcastle in 2 weeks' time.
No, but you're not listening. You're actually not listening. You're not listening. Nobody said that he's going to be available.
I know what you're saying. Let me get to the window. I understand that. But I think the decision, I think they will sign a replacement.
No, nobody said that he's going to start straight away. But the point is if they're put in a position, if they're put in a position where they don't feel like, for one, they can replace him with another player, but two, that Liverpool aren't going to offer the money that they want, they will be forced to reintegrate him. And with a player of his quality, they will not be like, you're going to sit on the sideline.
What I'm saying is, Isak has timed this after Ekitike, right? He timed this after Ekitike, which I found weird. But clearly, behind the scenes, between Liverpool and Isak, and even Newcastle to a certain degree, they probably had these conversations and they kind of made it so, like, all right, you're going to leave this one. It's the case of finding a replacement, which, as you can see, Newcastle are desperate. They're trying with Sesko. Now Jackson's getting involved. And we're still early August. This players getting mentioned like every other day. They will find a replacement, and that replacement will mean that Isak ends up leaving to Liverpool. I think Liverpool have already got the funds ready for Isak as well. I don't think it's going to be a case of Liverpool not having fun. I think it's all set in stone. I think he's leaving. He's leaving.
I agree. Guys, keep getting the likes up, people, man. We got 1.8k in the building. There's 552 likes. We need 800 likes by the end of the video. So you lot in the comments right now, smash the like button. Grealish, guys. Is it Tottenham? Is it Everton? George, you need to get Grealish.
We don't want him. No, wait. Don't paint the story that is it Tottenham or Everton. Everton want him. Tottenham have only inquired about him. Tottenham have only sent an inquiry.
You need to make sure you
it, bro. And furthermore, there was actually no good journalists that come out and said, yeah, we definitely want Grealish. It was just Spurs have inquired about him after the Madison injury. I don't want Grealish.
Manifest it like we did with Baleba, bro.
I don't want him. Send him to Everton. Bring me in Jai from Everton. That's it. Send him to Everton. Bring me in Jai. That's what I'll do. I don't want Grealish. I don't think Grealish is as good as people think at the moment. He's played what? I think he's had like 20 starts in the last 2 seasons. He's barely available. He's a player who, for me, he could add to our left wing and probably would start above the current players that we have. But I don't look at him and being like, yeah,
He's
he's
better
gonna
than
bring
Tell.
the goal.
He's better than Tell. He's better than Tell.
I said that he would start. That's my point. But how many goals is Grealish going to add in our team? We need goal scorers. He's not a Grealish. He's not a goal scorer. So Grealish is going to come to our team to be a good dribbler, which we already have good dribblers. We have a guy that can beat his man. I need somebody that's going to bring goals, bring assists, bring full. Like I need someone that on that left wing is going to replace what Sonny gave to us, and maybe not the Sonny of the last 2 years, but the Sonny of 3 or 4 years ago. That's what we need. We haven't got no goal scorers, so I don't need Grealish. Grealish is not a deal that I think we should get done. And to be honest, I see this Grealish stuff. Grealish is just looking for a club to have some game time to try and prove himself before World Cup year. But let's have it right. I don't think he's at the required level anymore. And what we will see is Grealish might start off well for the first 5 to 10 games, but as the season will go on, as we've seen with City how throughout the years, he just trickles out and he falls out and he's just a nothing player.
Yeah,
like,
George,
I really don't want him.
That's where the silver lining is, though. You literally hit the nail on the head. World Cup years transform everything. You'll see players, if you look in history, sometimes players have their best years just like their best ever season just before World Cup year. Especially if you're not like a mainstay. You know, there's certain players that can have a dreadful year and you know they're still going on that plane. Grealish he's not a guarantee to go in that team. I can see him having an amazing year for Spurs to get on. And the thing is, even if that does happen, that's a win-win for you, because even if it is just that 1 year, who knows what you could do in this 1 year that he had a good year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's where the silver line is. But and you're saying, he only he's seen for City, he might have a good start and he trickles out. But that's also because of Pep Roulette. If he has a string of games, like we all know, rhythm obviously brings better performances. Let's say he plays about 15, 20 in a row. I can't see him having like more than 10 bad games. Like I think he will have like half out of them 20 games will be good. So I think it's a good move for you. The only way this will be a very good deal for you is if it depends on wages as well. Is he willing to take up a wage cut, this, that, and the other? So, yeah, but I can't lie, George. I know you've been saying for weeks now you wouldn't take him, which is fair enough. But I think Grealish will be a good signing.
Who else are you linked to? That's the question. If it's not Grealish, who do you want? Who are you linked to?
Again, we're looking for a 10. I don't feel like the left winger that I would sign isn't Grealish. I think we need to focus on getting a 10 at the moment. We're linked to loads of players, just like everyone. The links are coming out from everywhere at the moment. So I don't know what
I told you I can help you.
They shut down the Harvey Elliott stuff yesterday. I'm glad they finally did. Spurs have spoke to Liverpool about him, but they don't want him. I don't
even want to sell him. I don't want to sell him. But if it's 450 million, I hear it.
I'll be honest. I'd rather go Nacho over Grealish. That's how much I don't want Grealish.
Oh, George, I've got a 10 for you.
Wow.
I've got a 10 for you. How about Elliott to West Ham, Paqueta to Spurs? You take Paqueta, surely.
I'd 100% take Paqueta, but I don't see West Ham selling 2 players to us in one window. It's not going to happen, man.
I forgot about Curtis. I forgot.
Sancho.
Sancho.
We don't need it. Oh, you're getting mad.
Knows what he's doing.
People keep telling me about this Sanchez from Bilbao.
That's
what I keep hearing. That's the 10 that Spurs should go and get. But I'll be honest. I feel like Spurs at the moment we've missed out on a lot of players for our window, and we're starting to end up with the likes of Grealishes and these types of players, which I'm not.
How comes you have? Hold on. How comes you have? Because this is the best period, like Champions League football, new manager, as you said.
No, we've been having Champions League football.
So how come you're missing out some of these players? I'm just curious. I think
you should focus on your club. And
that's not the answer, though. That's not the answer. That's another.
It's the way you said it.
Yeah, I know. I'm allowed to make a statement.
How comes you're missing out on some of these players? Champions League football.
But wait. You keep saying missing out.
What is it that these players don't?
With your knowledge, who have we missed out on?
Come on.
With your knowledge, who have we missed out on, D?
No. You said it.
I'm asking you a question.
You said that we missed out on players.
On your knowledge, who have we missed out on?
No.
Because you love to make statements, you love to talk, but without any knowledge. So please, you tell me what players we missed out on.
Spurs are a serious club, so I don't really look at Spurs. But I'm saying, based on what you said, why are you missing out on these players? Like, what's the reason? What's the reason?
So what players have we missed out on in your mind?
You just said it 10, like literally 2 minutes ago.
D. I'm asking you the question. I'm not asking what
I
I've said.
Don't know.
I'm asking you.
I'm telling you,
all right,
I don't know.
So facts, you don't know. So when you don't know, what you should do is just stop talking sometimes.
Hold
that's what
on,
you should do when you don't know.
George,
that's what you should do. That's what I'm saying.
I've actually lost my mind. How can you say you said it, not me? You said that we missed out on these players.
You're suggesting that you said Spurs are doing Champions League.
No way, this guy's gaslighting me like this.
So I'm trying to understand if you say all these things, do you know who Spurs have missed out on? Because I've told you already, we've signed
I don't
a few players.
I'm asking you.
The players that I think it's only intensified more over the last week because Maddison got injured. We now have no 10. We would have went into the season with a creative midfielder. We now have Maddison out for potentially 6, 7, 8 months, and we don't have Cooley returning for another 3 to 4 months. So that's where the problem is that now with Maddison gone out, we're now our transfer window looks even worse because we don't have a creative issue.
Who's interested?
Well, I've seen that person who just put Bilal El Canoe. Spurs have looked into that deal. That deal needs to get done, but I just that's not a player that I feel like
after him. We don't
bro, you're asking me a question and then you're still talking, D. Maybe take a second and take a touch. I know, again, do you want to speak about Spurs transfers? Please, I gave you the floor. I'll happily give you the floor again.
No. Go ahead.
All right.
Sorry, man.
Just a side topic. Did you see Omari Hutchison rejected Brentford put a bid in? Was it Brentford put a bid in?
It's Forest.
Forest.
Wolfie, if you're watching,
where's Wolfie now?
They've scored 1 goal in
5 million. That's crazy, That's crazy when you deep it, bro.
I can't lie. That if anything, that's more than what you should go for, and they still rejected it,
bro. That's mad. You know what it is though? Apparently, Chelsea have 25% of the sell-on clause. That's why
these sell-on clauses make sense why clubs want. Because George, you were saying earlier about Tyler Dibblin. I remember last year I was saying, how dare Southampton act like this? Then I think someone sent in a super chat saying that is it Chelsea that get on the sell-on clause? So Southampton want their cut of the deal. So it makes sense why sometimes clubs.
No, Southampton were moving even more. They wanted 25% sell-on clause on top of a £50 million price tag.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They were moving mad
then. But then Chelsea get some of that, don't they?
This is mad. He's an average player, bro.
Yeah, 35 mil was kind of, I can't lie. 35 mil get rejected is kind of mad.
He's an average player. He's all right. He's not superstar. He's not like that star qualities. He's a winger that can cause you problems on a day, but it's not consistent. He didn't do anything really for Ipswich.
I think he's
didn't Ipswich pay 30 million for him for Chelsea?
They paid 25 or 30. They can pay good money, yeah.
So they probably want to make maybe 10 to 15.
He's all right, though, isn't it? He's all right, man. Is he worth more than 40 million that they're gonna ask for?
No.
More than 40. That's what I'm saying, bro.
We're being honest. His highlight of last season when he bagged in Amarim's first game, I think. Was that Amarim's first game when he bagged it was a mad goal. I think it was Amarim's first game.
It was. It might have been.
Other than that, do you help me out in the chat, George D? Like, do you not remember him doing anything? No. He
did all right in the Euros and that, but that was about it, man. Like,
he's a good player. He's one of those ones who's techie, innit? Like, I feel like at a good team, you could always see him play better. He was at Ipswich, a team that didn't really get too much of the ball, and their attack was all right in the transition. But like, let's be honest, like when you're at Ipswich, there's only so much you could do. At Forest, next to he'd probably be the Alanga replacement, I'd guess. Playing on the right hand side. I think you could probably see better. He'd be a better player, and creative wise, he's good. Like Callum Hudson-Odoi on one side, Hutchinson on the other. I don't think that's a bad combo. Like I think that's what they want. You want 2 1v1 winners.
There's a fine line between telling clubs to spend money versus actually saying, you know what, this here is a bit silly, bro. There's a fine line. You know what I mean? I'm saying spend money, but this is crazy, bro. Like, this is madness, bro. We're talking about here. Dibbling as well. Like, they were quoting 100 million at one point. It's not 100 million, bro. And I think for me, next summer, we're going to see players who you think are like even Broya was what? 20 million. That's mad.
Yeah.
Haven't done anything.
That's the second coming of Diego Costa, we was told. Remember after that season at Southampton?
Bro, it's mad. We're actually deep here, bro. It's mad, bro. Like, I find this window, it's going to be crazy. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen next now. It's going to be, bro, it's all eyes on now. We go and get Sesko. Then what happens after that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? In terms of Isak deal situation there. Then it's a case of, Jackson as well. We still don't know about Chelsea with Javi Simmons. Still no movement on Javi Simmons as well. There's a few dominoes.
Apparently, that's just a deal. Like that's a done deal. Just waiting for the Chelsea to get their outgoings done over the next couple of days, and that will be triggered. That's what I've seen with that one.
We'll see as well. Who they sign, if they sign anyone.
Who Arsenal? Yeah, listen. Arsenal, bro. Listen to me.
He's just trying to rattle. Focus on your club, man. Keep mentioning Arsenal like they've had a bad window. You're mad, man.
I didn't say that they've had a bad window. I'm saying who they're going to sign. Like they're.
Well, you're saying it like they need players. They could do with more players. Definitely.
Have you not said they do need another creative player? 100%. Ask any Arsenal fan out there.
Yeah, be real, yes. George.
Ideally they do, but let's be real. If they went into the season with this team, it's not like they've had a bad window. They've still had a good window.
Yeah, they started.
They've had a good window, but their problems are still.
You know, like, my brother was at the game yesterday, and he said, "Listen, it was stale. Like the atmosphere in the Emirates wasn't there. Like, this could be a long season for them. It could be a very long season.
They need another player.
Should we go watch Yokeres' little comp? You know what I mean? Let's watch a bit of
Victor Groceries.
Hey,
let me go return back. Let me return back. Man. You know what I'm saying? this. This is early, but we're manifesting it.
Apparently played 60 minutes. Had like 14 touches in 60 minutes.
That's crazy, by the way.
Bro, he's a striker, man. How many touches do you expect him to have? He's a getting behind striker. He's not somebody that's dropping in and linking play.
Relax, you're gonna get.
No, you wanna just do it. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. You need to remember your place in the food chain. We've been talking about food chains. Remember your place, your palace, man.
Listen. Can we just focus on Arsenal, man? Let's. You know what I mean? Yes. You know what I mean?
Look, with Yokeres, is clearly in front of the goal. He'll bag in goals, but the creativity aspect, someone needs to feed him.
Looking sharp there, though.
I know we can run bands, but I think he's gonna bang his first season. I've been saying
that's why I'm not doing this, because I'm not getting when Saeed's getting clipped up, from all of these. And everybody's posting that when he's outperforming Sesko. You're going to be the one that's
did you not see that?
I think Yokeres bags 20. I think he does.
Did you not see that picture on Twitter, though?
There's a lot of money.
Did you not see that picture on Twitter? It said Arsenal fans have gone from that to that.
Yeah, I seen that. But I didn't see it, though. I didn't see that this is going to happen, bro. But no, I can't lie to you. Yeah, I see Yardman, the way he was doing, like he was moving mad, bro. Like
it's up there, not only Yardman.
That was crazy. Like,
bro,
they're cooking someone and they're sometimes doing a bit too much.
And then the other brother, what's the other brother called? Who is he, man? Whose uncle's that, man? Dude. The brother shouting, "We got 5 of the best." What did he say? Brother, he was moving mad, bro.
I
don't know, but so far pre-season though, they haven't. It has been like the same mode to be,
bro.
It is pre-season, but it has been the same mode. The only thing is they need to sign another winger, left winger.
They do.
My biggest fear for Arsenal is that they could potentially have Madueke starting left wing. You know why I think that? Because I genuinely feel like Arteta's a freak of a manager. Like he would think, I can transform this guy. He can start left wing for me. I won't be shocked.
I wouldn't be surprised. Their first game at Old Trafford. If it's Madueke on the left, Havertz in the 9, and Saka on the right.
Shit, man. Madison out for 6 to 7 months.
I knew it. I knew it was an ACL.
Oh, you look. I don't know how true it is. Apparently, Colwell got an ACL as well.
I did hear about
that.
Maresca come out and said something about it today.
Allegedly. I'm not saying that's true, Chelsea fans, before you get emotional, but allegedly.
Nasty. I can't lie, man. That's nasty, man. That's
go back to Spurs then. Hey, George, what's your thoughts on that? You need another number 10. Who would you take?
Bro, did I not just... This guy's dunce, bro. We were just speaking about Maddison's injury at the number 10.
I'm saying now that's been confirmed. Now that's been confirmed. Who would you want? Like, who would you want?
Do you know what would be mad? Imagine if George coming for Eze. Like, imagine if
I don't think Eze goes to Spurs. I'll be real. And I think that's why they haven't come for him. Look, doesn't
you actually told
let me ask you
have been. Spurs have gone in for him, and then Ange turned him down, and Frank both turned him down. 2 of our managers have turned him down. That's why we've not triggered the deal.
Hold up, this is my theory.
D. Question for you quickly. I think when it's all said and done, I feel like similar to Isak, Eze probably goes to Arsenal later on in the window. But if Arsenal walk away from that deal, are you telling me if Spurs go for Eze, you don't think he'll go?
No. This is my theory. Because at the end of the season, George was proper twerking for Eze. It's like, have you seen him? He was smiling at Spurs fans after the game at the ground. He was smiling. He's going to join Spurs. And then I'm thinking now, they went for Morgan Gibbs-White for similar price tag, and that got rejected. Surely you would go for Eze, right? I would think like, surely
again, you don't listen, D. We turned him down. Our new manager doesn't want him.
I feel like Eze prefers Arsenal over Spurs, which any sane person would do.
People have thought, anyway.
And also, I don't know if Eze has slightly rejected you lot. I just have this feeling that he actually has. And I think that's why
this is why I know you just say things. You just say things, D. Because Tottenham was heavily in for Eze last year.
Exactly.
And then what happened? Ange turned him down. That's been heavily reported, and you just need to know.
Okay, Ange is not there now.
Why you don't know the facts of the situation? Ange turned him down. Ange didn't want him. Again, this summer, prior to Frank coming in, Spurs were again negotiating. We saw the links. Tottenham want Eze. He's number one target, one of our targets. And then Frank comes in, and then the shift went to Kudus because he didn't want Eze. We don't want Eze. It's only funny. It's only funny how the Arsenal links come out after Spurs start going for Kudus.
No. Hold up. You don't want Eze. You don't want Eze, but you're willing to pay for Tyler Dibling.
No, we're not. We haven't gone in for Tyler Dibling. Everton have. You're just saying things. You don't have no knowledge of Tottenham's transfer window.
Okay. Give me some of the names that you've been linked to over Eze. Because I'm trying to add up the maths right now. Because I'm pretty sure the players that you've been linked to ain't that better than Eze. Who you been linked to as a number?
What do you mean ain't better than what?
Go on, tell me.
We don't. We sign again. We were looking at players that can play on the wing, players that can play in the. We signed Kudus. We got Kudus as the replacement for Eze of the Premier.
He's not better than Eze, by the way. He's not better than Eze.
He is. No, he is better than Eze.
He's not better than Eze. No, he's not.
We'll see.
Kudus or Eze? What do you say, Rungs? Kudus or Eze?
Even by numbers.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm picking
the number. I'm taking.
I'm picking Eze. I'm picking Eze still. Picking Eze.
Man, what's Kudus like?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm picking Eze.
Come on.
I'm probably gonna go Kudus. You know, just
no, man.
I rate both of them, but Kudus just. I feel like. Yeah, Kudus is a bit better.
Bro, numbers now as well.
And also, just looking at it, and we're looking at what Tottenham need for one. He's more expensive and he's older. Kudus is definitely the better deal. We got him. He's younger and he's cheaper and he's better. It's the better deal. Like I'm not mad.
What are you gonna sign now? Over Eze, that's what I'm saying. Now that Madison's out,
like Eze, like again, nobody's gone in for Eze. Nobody signed Eze, and everybody signed 10s because Eze is quite overrated. And I think that's one of the things overrated. The thing that people are realizing in this window.
Eze walks into Tottenham. Okay. So if Eze's overrated, then what's
all right? But that's besides. Again, D, you love to make pointless points. With the thing with Eze, and the reason why Eze hasn't made a move is because no club actually feels that he's worth the value that Palace are putting on him.
If I don't care what Arsenal feel like.
Again, I said no clubs, not Arsenal, no clubs. We were told prior to the window that we've been told for years, to be fair, the last 2 seasons that plenty of clubs want Eze. Nobody's willing to pay 70 million for Eze. It's because of, for one, he's a player that's very good, but he does have his limitations. He's not as good as many people think. He's been overrated. He disappeared for the first 4-5 months of the season.
Won us the trophy. What's his limitation?
Where was he until January, February? He was nowhere to be seen.
He was out injured.
No, he wasn't.
He was injured. No,
he started off slow at the start of the season. He
wasn't injured.
He started the season slow, but the whole of Palace did because he came to pre-season late.
Yeah. All right, but what happened to him being injured? Because he played 34 games last year. So how long was he injured? I'm back.
No,
you said he's injured, so I need to know.
That's crazy.
So was he injured or did he start slow?
He started slow. But Eze walks into your side.
I will say, Kudus is a very, very talented player, but he just needs to improve his output. And then I think for me, he can take it on.
Eze has better output than Kudus.
That all I agree.
That I agree. But I just think Kudus, the better players he plays with his game.
Before we wrap up, Marchand says it will be 66.5 million add-ons, mega profit. Shout out to Miz for the super chat. H. Cowell says Palace fan and Spurs just need charity boxing match at this stage.
And these two are elite still. They're actually elite.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. ISS seems like you rivals are more excited for the AFTV meltdown than more than Arsenal fans are about actual Arsenal team performances this season. Bro, I'm guessing that's what rival fans are in it for. You know what I mean? We want to see the meltdowns, in it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what Arsenal will do this season. I'm not gonna lie to you. For me, right now, they might be a slow burner. They might start the season maybe towards October, November, start picking up the pace. Because right now they look very, very predictable. They look very, very like just they look ordinary right now. I'll be real with you, Arsenal. But who knows,
It
man?
looks like the same old of last season when it comes.
Yeah, carry on, continuation.
You know what it is? We've always said the result don't matter. Honestly, that when we lost to AC Milan the other day, let rivals do their thing. I didn't care in the slag. Even this weekend, I know this might sound a bit hypocritical because I'm going to the community shield, right? But I'm not too fussed about when you know about the curse as well. If you win it, the last 7-8 years, you don't end up winning the league. But I don't really care about the results too much. But you want to see a performance, and from what my brother was telling me and my other friends, that I knew about 20 people at that game yesterday, the Villarreal game, right? And apparently the atmosphere weren't there. Like, and the thing is, it is a preseason game, so like one, it's not going to sell out, and you're gonna get people that don't normally go to the game. So I think that's a contributing factor. But yeah, apparently just like I didn't watch none of the game, but it was just a bit dire. But what we need to realize is it is preseason. I know you want to see a performance, but let's say Arsenal now slap United first day of the season. Now all of this will probably be forgotten about, especially if Eze is added to that. So things can change like that. Things can change. But I agree with you, D. Like I was thinking maybe Anweri and Odegaard's enough depth for a 10. Even I'm starting to see it's actually not.
We're also being told about Dalman. Arsenal fans are making it seem like
Dalman as well.
Into the team. And to be fair, let's look at his performances. He looks like one of their most positive creators on the ball. So like they could be all right.
If Arsenal wanted Eze, I don't even know why they were booing Pepe. By the way, that's another thing.
Yeah,
but if Arsenal wanted Eze, they would have got.
You know what's mad? Do you know what's mad? And I see this online. Yeah, you see that first game between Arsenal and United. When you deep it, United are gonna go into that first game with a better front line in general. That Sesko and Bremo and Cunha is better than any front three Arsenal can put out right now. Like, let's have it right.
You're saying that, but no.
As it stands, Gyökeres, Saka, Martinelli, or Madueke ain't better than United's front three. No way, not like it's just not. If they bring in
let's be honest though. If you had to bet, and it's a good point, but if you did have to bet who's gonna get more, let's just say GA between, let's just say that front three and Arsenal's, who do you think will get more? Because I think Saka and Gyökeres will carry at least 20-25 themselves. So you're looking at Saka and Gyökeres are so much better than I wouldn't say Saka's so much better than Mbeumo. I think there's similar levels, but like.
George, you're right. GA, Arsenal get more. Forget the left-hand side, because I don't rate any of their left-hand side plays. They all stink. But Gyökeres and Saka alone will get more GA. But I think United have a better balance with that front three.
If Arsenal got set piece FC. If they do the whole set piece, Saka's eating nicely with the corners and that. But we're gonna have to wait.
I've never seen a Spurs fan glaze for Arsenal this much. This is worrying, bro.
It's funny you say I glaze when half the season I'm you know what's funny, Rob? It's because we're in pre-season. We're in pre-season. Pre-season is just about evaluating the season. And when we get into the season and the rivalry starts, we can start the cooking. But you're all trying to cook constantly instead of actually having a football conversation. Have a football conversation for once, D, rather than trying to cook. It's funny, bro. Maybe you're incapable of talking football.
This is rare from George, because he's always cooking Arsenal. Like,
this is the thing, the man will call me
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised about today.
Do you know what he's building them up to crash it on them. I know.
Maybe Arsenal left Tottenham. Maybe Arsenal left
Tottenham forever.
New rivalry. It's the new rivalry, though, isn't it? Arsenal kind of left Tottenham, you know what I mean? And maybe it's the new rivalry.
Imagine Arsenal left Tottenham. What? Tottenham are
So Arsenal have won no trophy, but we won a trophy, but the rivalry left us. They've done nothing of significance.
Maybe that's something. It seems like that. You know what I mean? By the way, I tried to tell that to D, but he's still his Arsenal a top club, man. Shout out to D. You know, no one's there. Shout out to D, man. Yo. I was in the stadium last night, and fans are turning. Shout out to you, man. Like I said to you, man. We'll see, man. Like I said, this season is gonna be funny, man. It's gonna be funny, man. This season. But listen, people, we are gonna wrap up here, man. What a show, man. Honestly, a lit show, man. Big up to Roms, Football Verbal. Let them know where they can find you, man.
Come on, man. Another episode dropping tonight. But yeah, just keep looking in. Got some big things happening on the channel. And the Josh Nichols interview, I've been told, should be out in a couple of weeks. So yeah, just keep looking in.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Make sure you tune in. D, man, let them know, man. Are you back to doing content? What's the plan?
Yeah. We are. So gonna be doing a community shield preview today. Of course, news as well, reactions, watch along. So yeah, man, at Back of the Nest. So go on YouTube and social media platforms, and we'll be there. We'll be there for next season.
Wait, D, are you there Sunday?
Yeah, I'm gonna go there Sunday, but I need to leave straight away. I need to go somewhere after.
I'll hit you up still. I'll try and link you before.
Right, cool.
There you go, people. And obviously, Durag Diaries, man. You get me? You're live later on. You got a game as well later on in it as well.
Yeah. Like, I'm going to be doing the watch along for that game as well. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, very low concentration levels from D today. Very low.
Like, why are you commenting? You're here, bro. You can just say it. Like, why are you commenting?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I was saying it because SB. I was talking to SB in the chat. That's what I was actually doing. So maybe again,
SB needs to trademark that. You see concentration. Everyone's saying it because of him, bro. You need to
concentration levels are extremely low, bro. They're low over here today.
SB, man, you need to get on the channel, man. We need to chat to you, man, about Arsenal, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
SB knows his stuff, bro.
Yeah, SB, man. Let's see what you're about, man.
You know what, Joe? He's got me saying concentrate in real life, bro. I'm saying it to my friends.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, check out the Bayern Munich game. Also, it's live later on as well, towards 1 o'clock. So make sure you tune in as well. I said, don't be surprised if you see Arsenal line at 3-5-2, Havertz and Yokos up front. Mika knows a drastic change is needed.
I hear this.
Maybe that can happen, you know. I agree. And
they got bare centre backs to play the back three as well.
Yeah. Listen, people, I'm gonna be redirected to Dan Potts. I'm live with Dan Potts now. After this, shout out to Dan Potts. I want to hear what's he feeling about Arsenal as well, and his just thoughts in general. So come over to Dan Potts TV. I'll be live later on towards the night time. But if there's any bombers and that, you know what I mean, we'll be here, man. Baleba. Listen, if that happens, it's a madness. We're out. Peace.